For the best in eyewear, call Dr. Leeks Optometry.
And so there's two kind of distinct parts of this project, and I'll call them, just for clarity, one of them is what I call the mountainous area, which is over the through the mountainous area past Mountain Springs and down to the other side. And then the other one is that I call the roadbed modification area, is basically where the highways divide heading towards Pahrump, and then extending from there all the way for 22 miles to a little bit past the Nye County line. So first off, in the mountainous area, this will be 2 years of duration on this work, and it's mainly it's a complete rebuild of the highway, and the purpose is to improve safety, efficiency, and access for the residents and for commuters. This part of this highway has been known to have a lot of accidents, including a lot of fatal accidents, so this is a needed project, and it'll include basically realigning the curves, dividing the two directions with a barrier rail, and basically a lot of other safety upgrades to bring it up to current standards. So you can see in the diagram kind of a cross-section of what the new highway will be, and it also allows for passing of slow vehicles up the upgrades and that sort of thing. The other thing that this project will have a wildlife exclusion fencing, and there will be an undercrossing bridge to keep the desert bighorn sheep, the burros, deer, and elk from being hit, and also to protect them from being killed. So there will be through the mountainous area there will be the wildlife exclusion fencing, except when you get to the Mountain Springs area, then it's not there anymore, and it's not on the other part. There will also be a fair amount of landscape upgrades, which you can see some examples on the slide of some of the landscaping that will take place. So now the other area, the roadbed modification area, that's where it's divided now. That is going to be about roughly starting this month and then going for about 11 months. We're hoping it'll be done by then. It'll be mainly on the eastbound pavement. The westbound is in good condition. There's no work planned there. The eastbound paving is failing, and you may have noticed those that drive it, that the bad cracks and that it was in danger of a bad failure, and so that's why we're combining these two projects and doing them at the same time, because it's very much needed. That road will be repaired full depth, doing a roadbed modification. And so what a roadbed modification includes is basically pulverize the existing pavement 12 inches deep, add cement, and then compact it to make an 8-inch thick stabilized base. And then we'll put back 6 inches of new asphalt surfacing and 3/4 inches of open graded surface course. We'll be continuing to blast from now until about March, 2, maybe 3 times a week, possibly even more. It's up to the contractor. He's allowed to blast every day if he wants, but he's been going 2 to 3 days per week. After they'll be pretty much done with that phase roughly in March, and then there'll be a break for several months, and then we'll start blasting again for the next phase later in the year. Each phase will probably be 3 to 4 months long. And as I said, all of that traffic will be on the westbound lanes. On those lanes, the traffic will be divided by a temporary barrier rail, and the speed is reduced to 55 miles an hour from the current 70. All right, that's pretty much what I wanted to explain, and I do have copies of the slides if anyone would like them. You can see my contact information. If we'll be glad to answer questions now, but if anyone would like to call and ask questions later, feel free to call me on my cell phone.